Hello everyone, welcome to today's webinar where we will be exploring how Liferay's low-code, no-code capabilities can transform customer onboarding. Thank you for joining this. Yeah. So let's first of all meet the speakers. I'm Bhavin Panchani, CEO at IGNEK. I'm leading a team of people who is responsible for delivering digital experience platforms and the solutions for customers to improve their operation efficiency and drive the customer engagement. On another end, I have Bhargav, who is Liferay practice head at IGNEK. He's putting his extensive Liferay experience in a place to implement Liferay based the digital experience platform solutions by putting the Liferay first approach mostly. Yeah. So this is about IGNEK. Basically, we are specializing in delivering a digital experiences using the cutting edge technologies and the strategies. Considering this webinar is based on Liferay. So if we talk about the Liferay, we create a omni-channel experience leveraging Liferay that drives the engagement and improve the digital presence for our customers. These are some strength about us as far as our Liferay profile is concerned. We have a decade of experience in Liferay itself. We run the show by certified Liferay team. We implement a tailored Liferay based solution as per customers need, and we provide end-to-end Liferay services, starting from strategy and design all the way to implementations and support, where we make sure our Liferay solutions are scalable and highly performing according to the customer's needs. Yeah, so as this webinar is all about leveraging Liferay's low-code, no-code capability. If there are audience who don't have a context of Liferay, who don't know what Liferay is, I would like to throw some lights on its Liferay's capabilities and how customer can use a Liferay. So basically, Liferay powers B2B, B2C, and B2E solutions. It has a all-in-one platform capabilities to deliver solutions for all these three use cases. It can be really easily integrated with the other technologies that are already in place in the customer infrastructure. Its capabilities like roles and permissions, personalization, omni-channel content delivery in case of tablet, mobile or web, workflow automations, low code, no code. It really empowers Liferay to create a tailored, dynamic, and engaging experiences for the customers. If I talk about its capabilities, these are the highlighted few capabilities of Liferay, where the first one is AI. Liferay is a integrated AI to generate the content, images using a AI. It can be really easily integrated with the Chat GPT. It has the capabilities like using a single click you can translate a content from one language into another language. It can provide a product and the content recommendations, and it can automatically tag your content to the particular tag by looking into the content. uh, I will quickly jump into aquatic these capabilities. Another one is a low code no code, where you can utilize Liferay's object capabilities to define a data, to have a workflow to take the processes forward, and you can also have the user interface to render the data or forms to even take the data. You can define some actions, some workflows when certain triggers are happen on the objects. There are one other capability is content management system, using which you can create the contents like web contents, blogs, documents. You can even apply a workflow for them, so that they can be approved and get published over the whatever platform we want to publish. uh, as I said earlier, it suppose omni-channel experiences, omni-channel content delivery, where you can deliver Liferay CMS based content to the various devices, like mobile, tablet, web, or any other devices. Another capability is commerce, where Liferay enables a businesses to manage their products, pricings, the orders, and the customer experience that are across multiple stores. You know, in it we can in commerce also we can implement personalized and omnichannel experience using Liferay's capability. One more cloud, Liferay can be deployed through a three ways. Liferay SaaS, where Liferay manage the infrastructure. Liferay PaaS, where Liferay allows a customer to manage their infrastructure, and Liferay self-hosted, where you can host the Liferay or deploy the Liferay server in your private cloud, or if you have any on-premises server, you can deploy even Liferay even there as well. Digital assets management using Liferay's DAM capability. Liferay delivers same digital assets like images, content in a multiple channels. uh, Another capability is the sites. So Liferay, capability for sites makes the content creator and the admin team to create a personalized pages and the sites, so that there is no need of developer to create such things. Another capabilities, its integrations. Liferay can be really easily integrated with the other systems like ERP or SSO, so which makes it very suitable for enterprise implementation where there are already other application in place. Uh, Another one is a search. Liferay use industry, leader Elasticsearch to implement advanced and efficient search capabilities. There is personalization capabilities there. Using Liferay segmentations uh, and display page layouts, you can implement personalizations features. And Liferay also has a A/B testing feature where you can, if you have implemented a personalization using Liferay, using A/B testing, you can actually test how it will look to the audience. Security. Liferay has multiple security related features like MFA, roles and permissions, and Liferay is also certified by many security standards. So these are the capabilities. Uh, and The next slide I have is about how Liferay can be used by customers. So these are the six use cases I have mentioned over here. Let's talk about the first. First one is enterprise websites. Using For this use case, Liferay can be leveraged super well. I have taken example of government public website, where you have a features like a homepage with banners, news, redirections, card. This can be done using the CMS capabilities of Liferay. It may have about us page where there is a vision and mission is mentioned, history and governance is mentioned. E-services, it's is usually have in the government websites, like for a payment, taking the certain permits, tax filling features. So this can be done super well using the Liferay's capability. ESG and CSR rated pages. There is a social media feed for that particular government entities. Career and employee pages. There is FAQ pages. There is a resource center, which publish the blogs, knowledge base, news and events. So this can be done super well with the Liferay CMS capabilities like content, web contents, fragments, asset publishers, object with form builders, client extensions. these are the Liferay's OOTP capability, which serves this purpose for enterprise websites. Another one is employee experience, and I've taken the example as an employee intranet portal, where features like personalized dashboard, right? This can be done using the Liferay's portlet base. Employee engagement, let's say, social collaborations, activity feeds. This can be done using a Liferay's capabilities. Let's say in activity feed, manager wants to recognize the work achievement that the team member has achieved at the work, so they can even publish the kudos in the social feed, where other employee can see. Even employees can publish the blogs and content, where other employee can just see it, like it, and comment. So it really drives the employee engagement using these capabilities of Liferay. A global search capability, where the employees can find the resources they require through a global search. There is always need of quick links. So configurable quick links can be created using a Liferay's feature, so that admin department can create a few quick links, which regularly required by their employees. And even employee can add their own quick links, using the features. If a DAM capabilities like our document versions, and the documents shared only between employee through this portal can make employees really productive. uh, and if I talk about, yes, self-service capabilities, where if there is a small self-service capabilities implemented, so that if employee needs anything, like if they want to install any software in their devices, they can just uh, submit the ticket from the service portal, and admin department or ID department can respond to ticket and help them out in their requirement. This can be done super well with the Liferay's or out of the box capabilities. Uh, Calendar and event capability can be leveraged to display organizations holidays, meetings, and the logged in employees, even meetings as well. Yeah, so these are the few things I have in my mind where the Liferay is suitable for employee experiences. Customer experiences is another great use case of using a Liferay. I've taken an example of patient portal, uh, where personalized dashboards regarding about the patients, where patient can see their medications, they can see their allergies, they can see their vitals, they can see their discharge summaries. This can be done super well. uh, you know it Access to the medical records, for example, there should be a secure access to their medical record, because it is highly confidential things. So Liferay's roles and permission capabilities can be well fitted here, where a patient's record is only visible to them. uh, uh, Normally a patient portal has capabilities like patient can book the appointment with the preferred physician, so that can be done easily with the Liferay. Again, a individual dashboard for individual health records. On another hand, in this use case, a practitioner portal also can be implemented, where practitioner can log in when they are treating the patient. They can add their prescriptions, the medications that they have asked patients to take, the medications time. All this can be handled super well, with Liferay, and patient and practitioner engagement can thrive in that way. And then the next, I will move to the next slide. Yeah. So next one is a partner experience. I've taken example of partner portal, where a partner onboarding. you will see how customer onboarding is easily implemented in this webinar itself. So same way partner onboarding will be very easily implemented with the Liferay. Secure access to their things like, there will be a contracts, there will be agreements between businesses and the partner. So this can be securely protected. Partners usually have their KPI and sales targets. So performance analytics report and monitoring features can be easily implemented in the partner experiences. uh, think about a personalized news and updates, like businesses want to give a personalized news tailored to the a business industry to their partners, so they can publish the news which are visible to their partners, only relevant to in certain categories, right? A product update that their partners are selling, right? And certain promotional material that businesses want to give their partners so that they can execute in front of their customers. So this can be done super well, leveraging Liferay's dam capabilities. uh, Again, a self-service thing, where if partner has certain inquiries or certain problems or tickets which they want to ask to the businesses, they can submit the tickets, and on another end, business can respond to it. This can be done also super well using the Liferay. A collaborations features, like a messaging or a forms or a message boards can be leveraged, where partner and businesses can talk to each other. So these are the few features which are mapping with the Liferay's capabilities for a partner experiences. The next one I have is supplier experiences, where I've taken example of supplier management portal for a retail industry. So normally a retail industry is selling their products through an online store, a physical store, where they normally require products, where if they have where there is application of supplier management portal, so that retail businesses can manage the supplies that are come as suppliers. So basically, in this case also there is supplier onboarding which can be easily implemented using a Liferay. uh, the orders that they have placed, uh, order management, or status of the delivery can be tracked over there. There is also document sharing between businesses and their suppliers, so that can be done using a self-service capabilities. Supplier on another hand can have their own profiles, and supplier can submit the invoices. They can even check the payment statuses. On another end, retail businesses can see the invoices. They can look into the payment statuses for their supplier. So this can be done super well using the Liferay's capabilities. uh, yes, and the last one is the commerce experience, where I've taken example of B2B e-commerce portal for a manufacturing industry, where a direct the industry who is making the manufacturing product, they can sell to their customer, either a dealer or a retailer. The features like custom pricing, discounting for a large volume of data or a contract size can be implemented super well with the commerce capability of Liferay. If a customer is a dealer and if they want to place a bulk order, so if they have a large volume of orders, this can be also done with the out of the box commerce capabilities of Liferay. uh, Liferay, can be easily integrated with the other platforms. So that capabilities, can be leveraged over here, where it can be integrated to the ERP system, so that a live inventory will be displayed to the customers. Uh, there can be on another end a buyer's profile, and their order history. Here we can implement a advanced search using leveraging the capabilities of elastic search, so that customer can easily find the desired product. And one more thing I would say is multi currency and multi language support from a Liferay, which makes commerce platform go for a global fit, where the dealers and the retailers from different countries can come and place order from the manufacturing industry. So yeah, these are the some use cases and the experiences how customers are using a Liferay. So now we have a context clear about how what is the Liferay, what is its capability, and how customer can use it. Uh, I would move to the next slide. Yeah, so here we are starting with the webinar where my colleague Bhargav will go by the introduction of what is the webinar is all about, how a customer, what is the customer onboarding process. We will be taking on this webinar as an example. This whole customer onboard using a Liferay's low code, no code capabilities. No single line of code or a custom code we have written. That will be demonstrated as a part of walkthrough of Liferay Workspace. At what are the business needs where a customer onboarding using a low code, no code can be really productive and implemented in a quality manner. A conclusion of the webinar and final Q&A. I will hand over this session to Bhargav, and he would take it from here.
Yeah, thank you for having for this brief introduction about IGNEK, Liferay, and about this webinar. So I would like to share my screen. So let me share my screen and I can start. So in this webinar, basically we will demonstrate the low code no code practice of Liferay, and we have prepared a working model of customer onboarding process with it. So in our onboarding process, we have tried to make a simple onboarding process that generally customers do. We have taken like registration, the verification process, payment and feedback processes. I will show you that how we can create a seamless user experience with Liferay's low code no code practice, and we can make a streamlined tailored solution that enhance the customer experience, and that can help us boost productivity as well. So I will show you that. So basically our onboarding process contains these four major steps. First is internal approval. So our dedicated internal team will approve the customer first, and once that internal approval is done, the next step would be the third party verification. So we have third party organization. Basically in most customer portals, we do the third party verification from a third party organization which verifies a basic data like professional history, credit history, criminal history, and they provide us feedback. So we do that as a part of our onboarding process, and once these two are done with success, the customer site will be created. And once customer site is created, customer will be able to log into the portal. They will be able to do the payment, they will be able to utilize the features, and they will be able to give us a feedback. So that was a high level overview. I have a brief diagram that showcase what exactly we have designed. So this is customer. So there are two cases, that if customer is aware about this portal or a customer is not aware about it. So if it is kind of reference, then customer will be aware of this portal. He will be knowing the features that we provide. He will have clear understanding of the onboarding flow. In that case, they can do registration directly. Otherwise, they can go with inquiry. So whenever any inquiry comes to the portal, our internal team will prepare a calendar invite for that client, and they will do meeting. And once virtual meeting is done, they will discuss that the requirement of the clients, they will discuss the doubts of the clients, and they will decide whether the client is fit for this portal or he is happy to onboard or not. If he is happy to onboard, then our internal user will complete the task, and system will trigger one email notification to the customer. That email notification will have a link to the registration form, and customer will be able to fill the rest of the data from that link. And once customer submit the data, again internal verification process will be started. So this is the step where our internal members will verify the customer data. If something is missing, they will traverse back to the customer, they will get the required data and they will approve it. Then once internal approval is done, we will hand over the third party verification to our another organization, and that third party verification organization will do this 3-step verification. First will be professionalist verified, then they will verify the criminal record, and then at last they will verify the credit history. In any stage, if it is failing, then the client will be rejected. Portal will not allow that client to onboard. But if all these 3 stages are passed, then third party verification will be approved, and in that case system will create a customer account on this portal. Once customer account is created, system will create a dedicated site with dedicated endpoint for that customer, and it will send email notification to that customer data. So customer will be able to log in from that link which we have into email itself. And once they log in, first it will ask for a payment, and once payment is done, they will be able to utilize other features that we provide it into our portal. So other features that we provide is something like team members. So customer can manage their team members into the portal, and from dedicated site itself, they will be able to add users. And whenever they start adding team members, system will create a user account for the portal, and system will also trigger email notification to the team member, so they can also log into the portal. Once customer starts adding team member, it will ask a feedback regarding the onboarding, and customer needs to submit it. Also, once payment is done, customer will be able to submit the certificates. So we have taken certificates because for customer it is required, like they submit the company registration certificate, ISO certificate, GST certificate, or any other certificates. So these certificates will be required internal approval before submitting. So this is high level diagram that we have prepared. Now I will start with first stage, which is customer inquiry. Suppose customer is not aware about this portal and he come to our portal. He know that we provide customer onboarding, we provide few features, but still he has some doubts. So he can land on our site. So this is the portal that we have created, where I have few pages like home page, about us, where we have few details. On home page we have few images, the customers that already registered. Then the services that we provide, like we provide onboarding process, we provide smooth payment system, we provide employee management system, and the last we are showing the step of onboarding process. So if user has doubts on this, they can go with this inquiry. When they click on this inquiry, system will ask few fields over here. So let me start adding inquiry. So I will add names over here, and company, let's say Energia, and here I can define my preferred time for meeting. So what I'll do, first I will select my date, and then I will add time. Let's say I want to schedule meeting at 10 a.m. and I can write my notes over here that I want to understand onboarding process. And I can submit it. So once I submit it, it will show this message Also, system will send one email notification to the user. So here I have used your. So here if you see, I have one email that is saying that thank you for considering us and our team will get back to you. So I have submitted query. Now this is internal team's counterpart. They will schedule a meeting so customer can join the meeting and clear their doubts. So here in this Chrome window, I will log in with IGNEK Energy internal user. So here I have one internal user which is internal reviewer yocmail.com. So this is internal user, and when I log in with that user, I see this notification. Here about a minute ago I received one notification, and if I click over there, I can see the task. The other stage is I can directly go to my workflow task, and I can see under my roles. So as I was the internal member, so all users with the same role, which is internal reviewer, they will get tasked into this panel. Anyone can assign that task to me, or I can assign it to another internal reviewer. So this feature is also available where I can select other internal reviewer and I can assign task to direct that person. But for this webinar, I'll go ahead and I will assign that task to me. So as I will do assign task to me, now the task will be visible into this panel where I can take steps like schedule a meeting. When I do schedule a meeting, system will create a invite, system will create booking on calendar, and also system will trigger email notification to the customer. So here I was having customer email. So if you see, I can see calendar invite button. Also, I have link to join the meeting. So this is the next stage. Now meeting will happen and they will take some decision. So meanwhile, task will be there into this role. So again, internal user will come to this and he will do assign to me. So once meeting is done and we need to take a decision that was client happy with the portal and he wants to onboard it. If client customer wants to, I can do requirement match, or otherwise I can do requirement not match. So right now I will do requirement match, and now customer will receive one more email notification from where customer can start onboarding process. So here if you see, I have one more notification message, and here I have one link to complete my profile submission. So this was customer inquiry process. Now I will go to the next slide, which is internal approval. So once user starts adding their data, once user or customer submits their data, first stage will be internal approval. So what I will do, I will log out from here as an internal provisioning lead. Also, now I have this button complete profile. So when customer clicks over there, they will land on this link where customer will see few predefined values that was added into inquiry form, and rest of the fields I can select from here. Let's say I want to go with United States, and my website is I can add my website and I can submit it. So on this register submission also, customer will receive one notification. So he can make sure that my registration is done, and now I will need to wait till they verify my data. So this is first stage where registration is done, and again, if I log in with internal reviewer member, which is this, again this user will have task under my workflow task. So I will see that create client task is there for Energia, and I have held the meeting with that. I can verify the data and I can assign that task to me. And now I have to take decision whether I can approve the client, I can reject the client. So the internal reviewer will validate the data that was filled by client, and then internal reviewer will take the decision. So in this webinar, I will approve the client. So here I can add my notes, like I have verified the data and it is good to go with third-party verification, and I will do it. So once I do that, system will create a task for third-party verification, and it will be assigned to third-party verification organization. So this was internal approval. Now we have next stage, which is third-party verification. So for third-party verification, we have one dedicated endpoint where the third-party organization members can log in with their credentials. So here also we have prepared a process, diagrams, and some charts and all. So if I show you the process, first stage is professional history verification. So in third-party organization, I will log in with professional history verifier user, which is this. And when I log in, here I will see one task that IGNEK Energia is looking for professional history verification. So I can go offline. I can validate the professional history of this customer, and then I can take a decision whether this customer has clear professional history or something which is not verified. I can take decision over here. Now in this webinar, I will validate it. I am approving this professional history. So first stage is done. Now we have criminal history verification. So we have one more user for that. So I will log out with professional history verifier, log in with, sorry, I forgot. I will log in with criminal history verifier user. Now, if I go to my workflow task for that user also will have task which is saying that this customer is looking for criminal history verification, and I can assign that to me. I can go offline again. I can validate the criminal history, and I can verify or I can reject. So I will verify it. So till now, for this customer, we have done professional history verification, we have done criminal history verification, and we have done internal verification. So I will show you the admin dashboard view where our internal members admin, IGNEK Energy's admin user will log in. So internal admin will have a dashboard view saying activity reports where they have 4 different tabs. First is the client information where admin can see all customer information. Then I can track onboarding process. Sorry. Then I can track onboarding process from here where I can see the registration is done. I can see professional history verification and done. I can see for which client it was, and whatever steps are pending, I can see dash over here. Then I can see how many customer queries or client queries we received. And what was the step, what was the note, I can see this detail over here. The last one is I can track the payment information. So as this customer has not done payment, so it is empty. So I will go back to the third party verification where the credit history verification was pending. I will log out with other user, and I will log in with credit history verifier user. If I go to my workflow task for that user, this user has task to verify the credit history, and from here I can assign the task to me. Again, the same process will follow. I will validate the credit history for this client, and then if I feel that the credit history is verified, I can approve it, otherwise I can reject. So right now I will approve it. So I have done third-party verification steps. So this third-party verification process is completed for this client, and all stages are cleared. So the next stage is customer site creation. So once system has created customer site user account, system will trigger one notification to the user, and user will be able to log in and do the other things. So for this portal, I will go to my emails and I will refresh it. Here, if you see, I have two emails. Let me check the first email. It is saying that my background verification is completed, and you will get another email with login details. Here, I have that email, which is already there, and here is the link to reset my password. So I can click over here as a customer. Here, if you see, we have dedicated endpoint for my organization, because when I registered with Energia, it has created dedicated endpoint. System has created it automatically, and now I can log in. So first, it will ask me to reset my password. So I can generate my password. I can log in. So first time when I do login, system will ask me to accept the terms. I can read my terms and I need to agree it. When I do agree, it will open this page where I will be able to see my KRA and KPIs, and I have two pages right now. First is the home page and second one is a payment. So when I go to the payment, I have two options. So generally customers do the direct bank transfers in most cases. So we have added that as well into our onboarding process. But in that case, it will be required internal approvers authority, or it will be creating one task to internal reviewer user. And once they accept that we have received the payment, then only it will enable other features for this customer. Otherwise, it will not be enabled. The other way of payment is I can direct select my plan over here, and I can select my card details and I can do payment from here. So in this webinar, I will go with this approach. I will select a debit card. I can select name, anything, and I can write a number. I can write my CVV code. I can select expiration date, that 2027 June, and I can submit it. So when I do payment, it will enable other functionalities, other features for me. You can see three more pages are enabled. If I go to the users, I can see this user. If I go to certificates, I can see certificates. And the last one is site configuration. So I can see two options over here, a logo and favicon. So let me upload my logo. So if I go to my download, I have logos over here. So I will select my logo. I will select my favicon as well, and I will submit it. So as soon as I submit this, it will set that logo for me. It will set that favicon for me. So as a customer, they will have authority to update the logo in respective sites without affecting original sites, which is IGNEK Energy and third-party organization. Now, as payment was done, other features are enabled. Site configuration is also done. I will start adding my users. So when I click on that plus button, it will ask me these few fields where I can give the names, first name, last name, and all. I can add details like this. I can add other details, or we can leave it empty, and I can add this user. So I have started adding my user. Now system will ask me a feedback for this onboarding process. I can write that onboarding was smooth or onboarding was quick. I can select the rating, 4 star, 5 star, and I can submit it. So this was the onboarding process. Now we have certificate option as well, where I can see certificate information. When I do plus, I can add my new certificates. Let's say I will add my company registration certificate. I can add who was the authority of issuing this certificate. So that was Government of India. I can add credential IDs. I can add my URL. I can add issue date, that let's say it was done in 2019 and it has no expiration date. I can attach a certificate document and I can save it. So when I save certificate, it will not be approved, as I said. If you see, the status is pending. So this will be required approval for internal team members. So in next step, where IGNEK Energy is there, I will log in with internal approval user. If you see, I have user internal reviewer and I'm logging with it. Now, if user is going to macro task, here they will see that company registration certificate we need to verify. I can assign the task to me. I can go to the authority who has issued this certificate. I can validate it offline. And once certificate is approved or rejected, I can update task over here. So right now, I will approve the document. So here, if customer is refreshing their page, they will see that certificate is now approved. So this was onboarding process. The next stage is the admin view that was left. Now I will log in with internal admin again, where I was tracking the live data for the customer onboarding process and there was no payment details. So if I go to activity report again, if I go to onboarding process, now I see everything is shut. So this customer is onboarded. If I go to payment information, I can track the payment that was done, the time when the payment was done, and expiration time as well. So I can track this payment information for this portal as an admin user. So this was the thing that we have designed as a part of customer onboarding process. I will go to the Liferay Workspace project. I will show you that what type of bundles that we have developed with Liferay Workspace project. Here, if I open this, I have this energy workspace where if I go to these modules, I don't have any modules. I have not created any MVC portlets. I have not created any custom APIs or services. If I go to theme, for branding also, I have not created a Liferay theme. Only things that I have created is client extension. So basically I have created 4 different extensions. I will open this Sublime to explain it better. If you see, I have these 4 client extension. One is a status cell renderer. If I go to source code, I have this condition which will be putting either dash or check mark. And it is checking one Boolean condition. Let me show you how it is working. So if I go to admin view under client onboard tracking, here if you are seeing this this check box, it is because of these are Boolean fields. The value will be either true or false. And based on this, if value is true, it will put this. Otherwise, it will put dash. So a smaller component like this can give a unique view over here. So that is the one cell renderer. Other is the drop down. Let's say you have drop down and down the key and values are different. Values are human readable and keys are for unique values. So in Liferay we have name and key. So we have displayed name over here. So whatever human readable value is there, I can display it over there. So if I go to client query, and here if you are seeing the note that will be coming from drop down. Also, if you go to country, this country will be country was a drop down, and United States was the value, not key, and I have displayed that using this client extension. The next one is a object batch. So whatever objects I have created to create this onboarding process, that was created by this batch import, where I just need to provide a JSON like this and deploy the module, deploy this object batch client extension, and it will automatically create all object definitions into the portal. I will show you that as well. And the last one is a CSS. So to branding, I have just created one CSS file, a CSS file. I have put my custom CSS over there, and I have deployed this client extension, and it has provided this branding to me. So these 4 client extensions I have created. Now I will show you how I have developed the page. So I will close all of the tabs, and I am already with admin user, and I will go to home page. If I go and edit this page, if you see, I have used out of the box components by Liferay, like container. Under that container, I have taken a grid so I can separate out contents into 2 columns. And under that, I have used paragraph fragments. So it allows me to update content directly from here. I can select any content, I can update the text, I can publish, and it will take no time to update the page. Then I have used images to render. I have used media gallery, where I can upload images into a document media folder, and dynamically that image will come over here. So it will give feasibility for content editor team to manage this page. So again, we have asset publisher. I can update the content and it will be reflected over here. Then here we have that process. Over here also we have feasibility to update the content from here. I can select any content, I can update the text, and I can save it. So this is how we have designed a page with full out of the box components and fragments. Now I will go to the objects that I have used to onboard the customer. So if I go to the object, I have 2 screens over here. First is the default that is provided by Liferay itself, and other is onboarding that was created by me. So here I have created this set of objects. I will open the first one, which was support request, and here you see I have given the name, I have given the label. Here it will generate the table name. So basically when you create object, Liferay will create a database table as well, and it will show data over there. Here I can activate or deactivate the object anytime. I can select a title field. I can define scope of this object, whether I want to store a different data for different customer, or this is not for customer. Let's say support request was a generic object which was not dedicated to any customer. So we have to choose company scope. If we are storing the user information that customer was adding, that was different for different customers. So over there we have used site scope. I will show you that as well. I will show you the field that I have created. So Liferay provides multiple types of fields to create. I have created like name, company name, email address, call time, a note. Then I have prepared these 2 fields like is meeting scheduled and hash. So these fields I have created to logic manipulation. So I can send email when meeting is scheduled, and I'm updating this field by Liferay workflow. So whenever internal user will do meeting schedule, action will be called. It will be creating meeting, and it will be sending one email notification. So for that I have used this. Then I have hash, which I was using to populate the data into registration form. So this is for internal manipulation of data. I'm using Liferay field itself. Then I will go to the action where I have defined few emails. So whenever customer is adding entry into the form, here if you see, I have selected on after add event and I have selected this email. So whenever any entries are getting added into support request, it will call this action and it will use this email to send it. Now I'll show you how I have created this email. So for that, I will go to the templates over here, and here we have few email templates. So I will go to contact us email that was selected over here, and if you see, I have flexibility to provide a name of template. I can provide action reference code in case of fetching it from Liferay backend or from third-party applications. Then I have few fields over here that to whom it will send notification, and if I want to keep someone into CC or BCC, I can add emails over here. Then I can select from which email it will send email notification. So here I can provide these names. I will show you this how we can populate dynamic values over here. Now I can provide subject for that mail, and I can define mail body. In mail body also I can utilize these dynamic variables. So let's say I want to use these dynamic variables and I want to send email notification to the customer who is adding their email address into that form. So I was having that field. If I show you the field, the email address was there, and in onboarding also, in query form also, the email address was there. So whatever values it will be added over here, it will send email notification to that. So for that, I have used a dynamic fields. And if you want to select a dynamic fields, here you have one option that you can select your entity. So I want to use this email template for inquiry, a customer support request. So I will select that support request object over here, and it will give me all dynamic fields that is available. So I will choose email address, and for that dynamic field is this. I can copy it and I can use it anywhere I want to use. The same way in body, I was using a customer name. For that, I have copied this field. So Liferay will automatically populate data when it is sending email. Now this was email notification. Liferay has two ways to define notification. Either you can create email notification or you can do user notification. So if you are creating user notification, that user notification will be displayed under this as a normal portal notification. And if you are creating email, then it will be sent via emails. So these are few templates that I have created and I have utilized into object. Now, how I have configured this object on contact us page. So for that, I will go ahead and open this contact us page and I will edit it. So let's say if you want to render any form that supports to add entries into Liferay objects, you can use Liferay's out of the box portlets, which is form container. Okay. So when I render form container on page anyway, it will ask me to select which object you want to select. I can select any object over here. Let's say I have choose support request. So it will populate all fields over here from that object. I will show you by updating this. Let's say I want to select team member. So it will populate this data over here. Then I can do drag and drop. I can change the order of fields. And if I want to update it, like I want to render it into multiple columns, I can I can add grids over there. Let's say I will render a grid. First name I will render it here. Last name I can render it here. I can make it like 2 columns. So this type of configuration Liferay will allow. So this is how I have configured it. Also, you will get a styling options over here. Let's say here you are saying there is no space. What you can do, you can directly go to styling. You can add margin over there. Let's say I will add one margin and it will have space. So these are the out of the box components we can utilize to render a page. And then when you publish it, it will be displayed over here. And then when you add entries over here, it will be directly added to this object entry. So this is how we have utilized Liferay object to render a form into Liferay pages. Now I have shown you how I have designed this main site. The second stage is when I'm creating any customer site, it is already creating all pages for that customer, right? So all customers has their dedicated site. So I'm not going and create the pages manually. So for that, we have utilized Liferay site template. If I open site template, I have created one site template over there. So let me open that. If you see, I have few pages over here. It has home page. The same way I have designed the main portals page, I have created this one. Now, if I go to the pages, the main page is a public and all other pages are restricted. Based on the roles of user, they will get access on it. Let's say if I'm the one who owns the customer portal or customer organization, then I will see the payment, I will see the edit access on user, I will be able to do the configuration and all. But if I'm a normal user, I will be just able to see home page and other functionality which is available to that user. So this is how I have designed site template. And when I'm creating customer organization, I was using that site template. Let's say I have created this energy, so organization was created. And then if I go to manage edit, here if you see organization site, I have used client site template to create a pages into this site, which is Energia. So this is how all pages from site template was created into Energia dedicated site. Now we have few admin page as well. If I go to the main screen, which is activity report, and under client onboarding, let's say here it is hard to see which client it is. I want to scroll here and then I can see. Now I want to get this organization name at very first. So for that also we have utilized Liferay out of the box components. So if I talk about that, we have data sets into Liferay where we can define the fields we want to display. We can define which field will support sorting, which field will not support sorting. We can define which kind of filters you want to provide into this table view, and it will help us to build a component like this. So if I show you this, I have joint success plan. Under that I have one view, and if I show you the visualization mode, I have designed a table view. The same way I have two more ways to design a list view and card view. So here, if you see, I have these fields where the client registration, professional history verification are there first, and then last I have organization name. And in the same order, it is displaying on page as well. So what I will do, I will drag this organization name from here to top and I will render it here. So if you see now, the first is organization name and then it will show the client registration. Simply I will go back to that page, refresh the page, and here if you see, I'm seeing organization name first and then I'm seeing it into a process. I can see other data. Let's say I want to disable sorting over there. Also, you can go back to that screen and you can edit it. You can update this to not sortable. Simply you go and save it, and then if you refresh the page, then it will not support sorting. If you see, it has removed that icon. Now the view, cell renderer view that I have created, that I can select it from this data sets. If you see, when I go and update any field, I can select renderer. So whatever renderers I have created, either by client extensions or a default, it will be displayed over here. I can select any cell renderer based on the type of field, and I can save it. As this was the Boolean field, I have selected cell renderer, status cell renderer. So whether it is true or false. If it is true, it will show checkbox. If it is false, it will show dash. So that's how I have selected cell renderer over here, and it is displaying this checkbox over here. The same way I have prepared few more data sets over there, and I have prepared this onboarding. Now, in the registration form, if I go to the main site and under the registration which is available from this link, I have this country drop down. So to manage this country, we have nice way into Liferay. I can manage pick list where a default pick list are there, which is created by system, and I can create my own pick list from here. So if I show this country, here I have added few countries over there, around 55 entries. I can manage countries from here. Let's say if I want to remove anything, I can simply remove from here, and it will not be visible into this page. So this is how we have designed our onboarding process. Now I will go back to this PPT, and we will see what is business needs behind this low code no code practice to build a customer onboarding view. The first is a reduced time to live. Is we are using out of the box components of Liferay. We are using low code no code practice by Liferay. We don't need to go ahead and build custom components to render it on page. We don't need to create a custom services and deploy it into Liferay. So it will allow us to build a full onboarding process in minimum time, and it will not require a brief testing, because it was well tested by Liferay. So overall, it will reduce time for a development of any onboarding process or any customer portal or any type of portal. Then enhanced customer experience. Let's say customer is getting power in their hand. They have feasibility to update their logo. They have feasibility to add their own users, and they don't need to come to the internal user every time. Let's say these are the CSV file for my user, just go ahead and import it. They have feasibility, they can import it by themselves. So it will be good user experience as well. Then seamless integration with existing system. As Liferay supports many integration, few integrations like out of the box, which is like SSO, multi-factor authentication, then LDAP, signatures, digital signatures, chatbot. So few integrations Liferay supports out of the box based on the customer requirement. If they want to integrate that their ERP into Liferay, we can easily do it. So it has seamless integration as well. Then reduced operational cost. Let's say in the demo that we have presented, the most task was done by system itself. Let's say while I was reviewing the customer's third-party verification data, and it was done, customer site was created by system, customer accounts was created by system, all email notifications was gone automatically. It was tracking the data as well. So it will reduce operational cost. Let's say if I do manual onboarding by main power, I will require lots of person to do that. But right now, with 1 or 2 person, I can handle full onboarding as well. Then we have personalized onboarding journey. So basically, we have review system in our onboarding process. After getting few clients review, we can design our onboarding process into personalized view. Let's say USA clients generally like this type of view or this type of color coding. We can set up a same Liferay instance in a way that whenever any users come from USA region, it will have different personalized view. If some customer is coming from Indian, it has different personalized view. So that personalization we can do easily with Liferay. And then compliance and risk free. So as Liferay is generally complied by all the compliance strategies, and it is also certified by most industry standards as well, and it has risk management as well, and it has a good security management as well. Liferay comes with roles and permission which is very much mature and is able to handle a big number of users with their dedicated roles. So this was things regarding the business needs. And the conclusion is, like, if we go and leverage Liferay's low code, no code features, it will allow us to build a portal. Either it is a customer onboarding process or it is a self onboarding process, where customer can manage their account themselves without any approvals, internal approvals or third party verifications. In all scenarios, we can build a portal very quickly, and we can have good customer experience if we go and use Liferay features like personalization, then self onboarding process, roles and permissions, Liferay objects. It will reduce time to go live, and it will add additional values into all feedbacks. So this was conclusion. And now if you have any questions, you can post it into chat and we will answer.
Bhargav, we have few questions already there during the webinar. If you can go over them and answer them, that would be great.
Okay, so we have first question. Can we change content of homepage for different countries or areas? Yes, we can do it. Liferay has personalized view that enables to create personalization for a single page. Even URL will be same, but it will load a different content based on different users. It will check the region of customer, it will check region of user, and based on that region, it will load different content. So that we have already into Liferay. We don't need any custom implementation for that. Then we have, is there a capability to verify government documents through some integration with Liferay? Of course. Let's say if any government document verification is having APIs that can be integrated, where we can generally pass the image of document or some credential ID, and they are able to verify it. We can easily integrate that APIs with Liferay, and we can do that automation that even certificates will be verified automatically. Then we have, how many members can customer add in their site? Do we have any limits, or we can maintain a cost? Definitely. Let's say we have one scenario where one customer is having 10 number of members, and the second customer is having 1,000 members. So based on that, we can discuss that in initial query calls. Okay, and we can prepare a different type of subscription plan. That subscription 1 will be applied up to 10 number of users, subscription 2 will be applied up to 100 number of users, and we can prepare that kind of subscription, and we can maintain as well. Let's say if user is having plan 1 which is supported up to 10 users, they will not be able to add 11th users. Okay, so that automatic validation we can add by Liferay, and we can track it as well. Then clients are adding their lots of personal data. Is Liferay secure enough to handle all of that? Yes. let's say we have thousands of customer onboarded into the portal, and Liferay will have thousands of sites as well, right? So if all of them are adding their personal data like certificates, their user information, or any kind of personal data, it will not be visible to other customer. If I give you example, like customer one will not be able to see the data from customer two in any case. Only admin will have authority to see the data, even that will be restricted. So all of these security restrictions we can do it. Liferay handle it by its own way. Liferay creates a site. So site is a Liferay term. Liferay creates a dedicated site for all customer, and Liferay will segregate the data by site ID. So one site data will not be visible into another site. So Liferay is handling that. So that's what we have. Do we have any question? Additional
No,
question?
no, Bhargav, I don't see. You have answered all of them. All right. Thank you, Bhargav, for making this, practical example of customer onboarding. It was really engaging. Uh, and thank you to all of you for joining this webinar. We have find, time from their busy schedules and, join us, hear from us and engage with us. Uh, we have seen in this webinar how Liferay's low code and no code can be leveraged in the customer, onboarding and the customer experience journeys. If you have any questions regarding this webinar, or if you have any feedback, you can always email us and we would be happy to answer. If you have any, if you want to know more about how, your requirement can be tailored to the solutions using Liferay's low code, no code, or any Liferay capabilities, we would be happy to help you out with that. Uh, uh, Thank you to the amazing team who has put their all effort on making this, webinar very successful. Uh, Thank you to all of you. Yeah. Bye from us. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.